Hare Krishna. When a stone is dropped in water, in a moment it is gone, but the ripples stay on for a long time. Similarly, Vrishabhanu Nandini was here 10 days back. Today she is gone, but the fond memories will linger on and on. Never felt I'll have to speak for her like this. I remember I met her for the first time in 2006 or 7, don't really recollect the exact year, but it was either Nityanand Trayadushi or Gaur Purnima. She was wearing kanthi for the first time. And Satyavati Mataji had requested me to help her out to wear the kanthi. So what struck me about her at that time was her simplicity and a very sweet, dimpled smile. So then we used to meet regularly, over the weekends mostly, because she used to come for Mangalati every day and sit chant in the kutir in Gunj Bihari. And we used to go there on weekends. So that was the time when we used to chant together in the kutir. After that, attend Guru Puja, Bhagavatam, and have prasad. And that's when we were talking, like, how did you come to Krishna Consciousness and all that. And that's when what Damodarati Mataji just said, that her first connection was through Mahaprabhu Prabhu's house program. And then when she moved into over here, with the Tech Mahindra program which Tulsi Prabhu used to take, she came back in connection with Krishna Consciousness. Then I used to, just happened to ask her once that we go to Jagannath Puri every year for the Rath Yatra. Would you like to come? And that was, she said, not this year, but next year I'll come with you all. So since then, she has been our constant partner for the Jagannath Puri Rath Yatras. Kalyani Radhika Mataji, myself, and we used to share the room, not only in the Rath Yatras, but also during the normal Kartik Yatras. And how well organized she used to be. One bag was full of Ayurvedic medicines. One bag for her books, and the third bag was all the eatables she used to carry with her. Rava laddus, khakras, and kokum sharbat concentrate she used to make at home. And then whenever we used to come in the afternoons, she used to offer us, not only to us, but also to the neighboring people who are staying in the neighboring rooms. So that was her care, that she had for all of us. Then during the yatras, I remember once in Jagannath Puri, just two of us were there in the room in the afternoon, and we just lying down on the bed and listening to some bhajans. And there was this song, I don't know the singer, but it was in Gaurvani Prabhu's album, Maharo Pranam, Bake Bihari, and that was going on. And I don't know for what reason, her eyes just welled up with tears. And she became very emotional. I said, what happened? And that time she was Varsha. I said, what happened, Varsha? Why are you crying? She said, Malas maiti nahi mi ka radte. But I think that was, I don't know what a deep connection she had, but because of that, maybe she was feeling this. So yatras used to be fun time for us. I also remember once, again in Jagannath Puri, Kalyani Radhika, myself, we were just reading those Atta Bola comments by Yugadhar Prabhu, and how much we were laughing. So those are some memories which I'll never forget in my life. Then her service attitude. She used to be, I was also taking some Ayurvedic treatment for my arthritis, and the doctor was close by to her house. And we were staying at Akudi at that time. So I used to come. Her house was always open. Come to her house, have nice prasad, then go for my doctor's appointment, and the evening I used to go back. Or whenever, even I remember when my DT welcoming was there, it was suddenly decided that day after tomorrow we have to welcome. And she came along with me to buy all the necessary things which are required for the DT welcoming. And you know how many things are required. So I just went with her, because she knew everything, Kumbhar, Vada, this, Vada, that, Vada. And I was new to Pune at that time, so I hardly knew anything. So she took me to all those places, bought whatever things we required. And guess what, at that time her mother was not well. So she herself couldn't attend the welcoming, but she helped me out with that. Even for my housewarming in Golok Vrindavan, she did so much arrangements, in advance, so that I had no trouble. Then you all know about how you used to attend everyday Mangalarti, participate in garland seva, then jewelry making. Jewelry making also during yatras once, she used to carry always the beads. Before the first day of the yatra, I mean before the yatra commenced, we used to go to Lohi Bazaar, buy all the beads, and throughout the classes of Maharaj, we used to make garland, beads, jewelry. And then after the yatra, whenever she stayed for some more days, she used to go to each and every of those temples and offer it to the deities. And she used to tell me, तूने वो बनाया था ना, वो मैंने राधा रमन जी को दे दिया. वो बनाया था ना, इसको दे दिया. Even the kids, she would engage in making jewelry. So, as someone mentioned, she had the same love for not only for the elders, for the real elders, for the youngsters, but also for the kids. I'm sure all the kids remember how she used to take kirtan classes for them and engage them in the kirtans in Radha Vrindavan Chandra's temple. So she was like that for people in the all age groups. Then in 2018, I think, she called once and she told me that I've been detected with cancer. Now, it was a blow, but just so that she doesn't feel it, I said, okay, as though, bukhar aaya hai types. So then I said, what are you planning to do about it? She said, I'll continue with my Ayurvedic treatment. I said, no, don't do that. Let's go to a proper doctor. Then I think she went with some people, but she was so much in love for that science of Krishna that she didn't want any adulteration to it. Purely Ayurvedic. And the way she has tolerated everything, it's just amazing. I mean, nobody can express in words how much she tolerated. Just a small thing hurts us and we go for painkillers and this and that. But this lady, she was going through so much, and every time we called her, her voice till the last few weeks was perfect. So from the voice, you couldn't really make out. In fact, Kalyani Radhika used to always tell me, from her voice, don't go on her status. Her state is really bad. But she sounds so, energetic that you can hardly make out what is she going through. During that time, we decided to write to Pankajangri Prabhu to pray to Lord Nrsimhadev. And I'll just read out to you her prayer, because we asked her, what do you want to pray? So I'll just read out the prayer for you. I, Vrishabhanu Nandini, on your Nandini Devi Dasi, am your struggling devotee, currently suffering from disease which has made me immobile. Wish to sincerely pray at your lotus feet, O my Lord, please relieve me from this immobility condition where I am dependent on others for just about everything. I know whatever suffering is due to me, I will have to undergo. It has been arranged by your divine will for my purification. Please give me the strength to handle this situation and condition with full faith that you are always there for me as my Surud. My only desire is to be back on my feet just to serve you and your devotees with all my might till my last breath. So that was her frame of mind even in that stage. So it's like absolute personification of Tatenu Kampam. I mean, whatever she had to go through, it was arranged by the Lord, no doubt about it, but many things are arranged by the Lord, but it requires a strong Atma, as Prabhuji said, to accept it with a smile. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, President Mataji. I would request Ram Sevapro to come forward. Chitralala Mataji is taking some time. And after that, I would request Vaikunta Vilasini Mataji and Kalyani Radhika Mataji to be ready.
Hare Krishna. So here we have the Maushi who used to take care of Vrishabhanu Nandini. So she used to be there during the daytime. Her name is Shaira Banu, and almost 2 years, more than 1.5 years, she has taken care of her morning to night. When she was in the hospital, she used to come there. When she was moved home, she used to come here and taking care of her like really Maushi. So we all remember her as Maushi only. So she would like to say some 2 lines about Vrishabhanu.
काय सांग, वर्षा माता जी बहुत अच्छे थे, मैं उनके लिए कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकती, बस इतना ही मेरे लिए.
She served her really like a maushi would. So although she is, from a Muslim background and all that, we never felt like, she's anything different from us, or we are all ISKCON devotees, and she would follow all of our standards when she was taking care of Vrishabhanu Nandini. She never took an off also, never gone on leave. So we are very grateful to her. Thank you, Maushi.